This news update is brought to you by This is the Noon Barbados Today update for Thursday, September 18th, 2014. I'm Dawn Paris. Thanks for joining us. A cry for justice from two mothers whose sons died by the gun. It comes from Morset Clark of Crushesite Road, St. James, whose son Ronnie Clark was murdered on November 3rd last year, and Catherine Williams of Silver Sands, Christchurch, the mother of Markley Williams, who was shot and killed just about a month ago on August 19th. Clark is frustrated that police have yet to arrest anyone almost a year after her son's death. She says she wants closure to the painful ordeal.
They are holding people for deaths after him. You know, for murder, and I can't get no problem solved. This death thing got me, girl.
You're here, you haven't heard from
I've been calling the law enforcement. I don't know all the calling. All they're telling me they're investigating.
Meanwhile, Williams is still trying to come to grips with the death of her son, and she's calling on the police for answers.
But now you heard it. I heard. Whenever I call the station, it's a different story. After Sunday call it, the sergeant tell me they're dealing with ballistic. I got all right to call there. Then me calling all the time and then turn around. They could tell somebody for my child. They know. They know. I'm let me tell you when I sign. After I lost one on my hand, I want to feel like how I feel from my child that gone. Like you, I feel real bad in here.
In other news, fresh concerns today that the government may be unable to meet its 19-month fiscal adjustment targets. The president of the Barbados Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Tracy Shuffler, says the organization is worried that unemployment levels could rise even further during the next 5 months as government tries to put its fiscal house in order. Of particular concern, she says, is the government's ability to reduce the island's deficit and control its debt.
The expense cuts are very challenged by the level of debt that we're running, and so the interest payments are actually increasing. So any gains that we're able to make on the expense side, even with transfers and cuts in goods and services purchases and so on by government, what is happening is that the interest payments are increasing significantly. So that part of the adjustment program continues to be a significant concern for the business community, because really unless this can come into line, then the level of confidence that the economy is going to be driven forward is going to continue to be soft.
Telecommunications giant Lime is reporting an upsurge in its business across the region. New Chief Executive Officer for the Caribbean, Martin Roos, tells Barbados Today over the last 3 months alone, its mobile data traffic has recorded a 50% increase. Roos says there's untapped demand in the market, and he serves notice that Lime will be taking the fight to its competitors. Roos says even as the company seeks to increase its subscriber base, it's on a mission to end the digital divide between the Caribbean and the rest of the world.
If it's one area we all have lost out on is in the whole ecosystem and then that has been created around applications. The digital media space, the digital economy, we're not part nor of this of the supply side or the demand side. And we're building the networks to create the demand side so people can start being part of consuming and learning about these products. But we also want to be engaged in a dialogue with governments, with citizens, and with other corporate partners to see how we can stimulate the supply side. so that Caribbean citizens, Bayesians, Jamaicans, St. Lucians, can start becoming producers and suppliers, entrepreneurs in a digital economy where once you do set up shop, you can sell to the globe.
Barbados is the new chair of the Caribbean Tourism Organization. Tourism Minister Richard Seeley yesterday took over from his colleague from the U.S. Virgin Islands, Beverly Nicholson Doughty, at the CTO's annual general meeting in St. Thomas. Seeley vowed to put his best foot forward to deal with the vexing issues facing the industry.
It's humbling to be recognized by your colleagues, for them to, in essence, ask you to provide some leadership at the regional level to the very important tourism sector. And I look forward to putting my very best foot forward and working along with all of the other entities in the region, not only, of course, the membership of CTO, but the various partner organizations and stakeholders, and to deal with some of the vexing problems that we have right now with tourism. And of course, to continue the good work that has been done by this organization.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Hi, I'm Red Plastic Bag. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like cold. Sunshine reigns in my country. I love it.
Get your sun power.
Welcome back. We go to Grenada now, where health officials are declaring that the spread of the chikungunya virus has reached epidemic proportions. And Dr. Francis Martin predicts the situation will get even worse. According to Dr. Martin, 60% of the population are manifesting symptoms of the virus. He warned his residents to take the necessary action to avoid being bitten by the mosquito, adding that while initial symptoms can be severe, the relapse can be even worse. Further afield now, officials from the World Health Organization are worried about an evolving black market trade in West Africa, and it has to do with Ebola. According to the WHO, the blood of Ebola survivors is now being sold to help treat those who are infected with the deadly virus. It's believed that the blood of a survivor has antibodies that can fight the disease, which has killed some 2,400 people. But the WHO is concerned that affected nations are getting the blood through improper channels, and that could lead to the spread of other infections such as HIV and other blood-related illnesses. And that's where we end our Noon Barbados Today update. We'll be back again at 6 this evening. Until then, remember to log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper and our email updates, and of course, like us on Facebook. You can also catch us on Izumi Media, in bus terminals, or on Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you to get all the latest news and sports. I'm Dawn Paris. Have a wonderful day, and be sure to join us again at 6 this evening.
This news update is brought to you by